Hey guys, Sly here. Welcome back to a brand new video. And I'm going to give you a little story time about a trip I had with a buddy of mine who goes by the name of Lip and his girlfriend Nancy. So basically, we decided on a trip for like her early birthday present, all three of us hanging out together. So I planned a lot. I was like buying like sodas and snacks and all of that. And we stayed at the hotel. This was basically our like hangout place where we stayed to sleep and whatnot. So I'm gonna hop in every once in a while to clear up some details. The first detail I want to clear up is like the ride there, because I packed like a bunch of stuff like Cokes and whatnot, but the problem with my car was I damaged my shock mount. So every time I hit a bump, like it rattled like crazy. So I was basically a nervous wreck the whole ride there because it just felt like my car was about to come apart. And if I hit a really bad bump, then I probably would have lost my wheel. But not only that, but when I put in the coordinates on my phone to the hotel, of course it had to take me to the most bumpiest road imaginable. And it just sent me into, it just made me a nervous wreck all around. So I arrived, they helped me bring up the stuff, and basically we just hung out because they were there for a full week. So on Tuesday, we weren't really doing anything much. We were just fooling around in the hotel room. All that good stuff, basically. And, of course, Nancy was, like, jumping on the beds and shit. And she dropped this banger of a line.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You see what I have to deal with?
I saw the amber turn. I farted.
So, fast forward, we decided, hey, we don't have any lunch meat. So, we basically Uber. Well, no, we didn't Uber at first. We decided to walk around the nearby city on foot and walk to a market. Turns out, Google Maps said it existed, but it didn't. So, we're literally wandering around in gas stations trying to find lunch meat. Little did we know, gas stations don't really have lunch meat. So then they decided to Uber to the nearest Kroger. And we basically shopped for cheeses and roast beef and turkey and cups and plates and whatnot. And we decided to like buy, drinks and stuff. And then we finally make it back to the hotel so we can have lunch/dinner. After that, we decided to do the Bean Boozled The Room challenge. Basically, if you guys don't know what The Room is, if you heard of Tommy Wiseau, you know what that is. But in case you don't, it's basically the best, worst movie ever made. I recommend you check it out. I think you can actually watch the movie for free on Internet Archive. Or if you want to support Tommy Wiseau, I believe there's like a Blu-ray version on the internet somewhere. So basically, the whole gist of it is, here, I'll actually show it to you. This is it, right? Oop, kind of a mess here. So basically, it comes with a spinner, like you spin it, and whatever it lands on, we have to take it. And these are like disgusting too, like birthday cake or dirty dishwater or strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish, pomegranate or old bandage. That one really sucked ass. Cappuccino or liver and onions. Basically, these are pretty gnarly flavors. But anyways, the whole gist of it is every time that there's a sex scene, every time there is a shot of the Golden State Bridge, or whenever Johnny says, "Oh, hi," we have to roll it and we have to take the same thing. And oh my god, it is. We burned through like a whole pack doing that. Because all those things happen so often. And yeah, that was kind of fun. And that's when our night ended. And let's talk about my buddy Lip. Like, he's like the most heaviest sleeper I have ever met in my entire life. There's been literally moments, I even documented it on my Snapchat story, where freaking I'm trying to wake him up, but he just doesn't wake up. Like, literally a nuclear bomb can go off in his vicinity and he still wouldn't wake up.
Oh, there we go.
Like, yeah, like, I'm just sitting there, I'm shaking him, I'm like, wake up, and he's like, no. Wednesday comes along, we decide to go to a lake and swim around. Now, when we swam around the lake, you know, we had a bit of fun. The water was extremely cold because, well, it's a lake. Like, me and my family have this annual thing, like, where, you know, we go up north and we go tubing down a river or whatnot. So this isn't completely out of nowhere. So I adjusted to it a bit, but it was super cold. And not only that, I didn't have swim trunks that fit me, so I had to suck my stomach in, and it basically was just like crushing my insides. So if I literally would have bent over, that whole thing would have ripped. And not only that, we took the freaking towels from the hotel because we forgot to bring our own. So we snuck them out, you know. And when we got out of the water and we were waiting for our Uber ride back, the ticks were really bad. Luckily, none of us got bit, but there was constant ticks like on our towels, and we had to shake each other off. We had to do a tick check, which I sort of know how to do because when we go up north, you know, we do tick checks. You know, whenever like we're done tubing or whenever we're done outside, we constantly check for ticks. So we get back, and even before we left, we had like free breakfast, which was pretty good. The scrambled eggs were a bit watery, but I just put like salt and pepper on it and it's fine to go. There's like other stuff like sausage, muffins, apple juice, milk, you know, your typical breakfast stuff. But after that and the trip to the lake, we decided to eat at the bar. Oh my god, the food was great there. Because I remember I had mozzarella sticks, which were different because usually, you know, all of it's inside the cheese stick and the breading already, but it's just like a plain breading but sprinkled with Parmesan. But other than that, but it was still good regardless. We enjoyed our time there. Food was pretty expensive though, but what do you get? It's a hotel. And especially when I had like a sirloin. Our day ended there, I believe. So Thursday rolls around, and I think we didn't really do anything there. However, it gets pretty lit. So I believe nothing really happens. I think we just Ubered to someplace and back. But later on, I brought my PS4 with me, and then we decided to start recording and doing some gaming content, which I debated on uploading because even though like it was exciting to like make content with them, they weren't really talking during the entire recording. But and then we were talking about personal stuff, which if I do end up uploading, I'll probably edit it out. But yeah, that's pretty much it up until that point. But my buddy Lib decided to buy Fireball. And back at the bar, I tried Blue Moon, which I didn't really like. Now, I forgot to take my meds, so I was like, you know what, let's just improvise, let's just start drinking. He bought like an 8 or 9 pack of Fireball, and me and him split it. Mind you, I never had Fireball before, and I was so confident that I was not going to get drunk. About that, I slammed all 4 of them down. Like, the first one I was struggling a bit because it was pretty spicy. But the 4 ones, I just slammed it down, chased it with Coke, slammed it down, chased it with Coke, slammed it down, chased it with Coke. Until I drank all 4 of them, and he drank all 4 of them. And then he had the 16-ounce Bud Light Lime can, and we split it. So I'm just sitting there, I'm like, this is some wussy shit. I'm not going to get drunk. 3 minutes later, all that alcohol hits me, and I am officially drunk.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. No, he's not.
And so much has happened. Like, literally. Like, I'm at the point where I run to the bed. Nancy barely pushes me, and I'm just falling off the bed. Like, I'm that drunk.
No one's like that. Would you slap him?
My favorite part of the whole entire thing was because some of our friends were on a call, and they managed to record it. There was one part that I thought was so funny when Nancy sat me down, trying to get me to sleep, and I was like, "Are you gonna tell me a bedtime story?" And then all you see is just Lip running in the background.
Okay. Can I talk to you?
Are you gonna tell me a bedtime story?
Okay, yes. So, oh my God.
Just the stuff that went down there is just so embarrassing that I'm just not even gonna show. Practically, we were giving each other lap dances. I have no idea what was going on there. I didn't. And there was one part where I guess she was just fighting with me to go to bed, and she was pushing me down and everything, and then I suddenly just fall off the side of the bed, and I'm just waving my arms trying to get out.
Oh, my God. You put him in a freaking baby pen.
I gotta help Sly. He's coming. No, help Sly. I can help. Are you gonna talk to me?
I'll talk to him.
Okay.
God, there was so much. And then let's not forget about the one part when she starts brushing my teeth because apparently I was fooling around, so she tried to brush my teeth.
I farted.
And yeah, that ended the mess. And and what happened next, I didn't even realize until I watched back the footage. Basically, Lip just put shaving cream in the sink and then just walked away. And I just noticed I'm cleaning it out. And then I guess I decided to try to put it on Nancy. I'm wrestling with her. Then Lip just busts ass right next to the door.
Hey, this is assault, and I'm gonna press charges on both of y'all. Wait, so you're about to get on a toothbrush. I'll get her away. I'll get her. Go to bed! Wait, I something lip just fall on his ass.
I saw it.
I just hit my fucking tailbone on the wall.
Dude. Turn on the light. We can't see you guys.
We can't see him. That's not like.
I hit my tailbone
Cross my eye.
on the wall. Cross it.
Oh my gosh, I need to fucking kill my
Oh my god! Oh.
Yeah, it was a really, really wild night. Like, good lord.
God. Oh my god! No, he's not!
So, here, come here. Come here, let's go get in bed. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go get in bed. Come on.
You gotta go to bed.
Oh my god.
Come on, let's get in bed. Fucker. Okay, get in bed. Don't Don't land on the Doritos, you fat. Get your leg in the bed.
The fact that she has to deal with this.
I'm literally sitting on the bed.
Okay.
What happened?
I farted.
Grocery store.
Eyes here. Look at me. No, without the grin. No, sorry. Look at me.
I'm gonna take my shirt off, but I don't think you can appreciate.
I don't give a fuck what y'all do, okay? No, I don't fucking say.
Oh no.
God. What the hell?
It was ridiculous. Next day hits, and I'm feeling a little nauseous. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wasn't having that bad of a hangover, but yeah, that alcohol was kicking my ass. And if you're hearing stuff outside, and people are like shooting off fireworks and stuff. So, as soon as we wake up, we go to the mall in a place called Pinball Pete's. And the funny thing about that was, Nancy's trying to get us to sleep. She's like, if you're not going to sleep, you're not going to the mall in Pinball Pete's. And then like, she was just being mean and everything. So we go to the mall. Like, she's like buying new piercings for her nose and all of that. And then we go to Pinball Pete's. Mind you, after this, we were planning on going to the casino. And boy, that we spent so much money at Pinball Pete's, it's not even funny. I even withdrew money just to play the arcade games. Like, you don't even need to take me to a casino. Just take me to a arcade place and my money will just start flying. But yeah, I've played so many games there. I even played like Golden Axe, Revenge of Death Adder. I actually managed to come across an arcade cabinet of it. And then there was other stuff like all the House of the Dead games. I played the Simpsons and Ninja Turtles ones. I played the crap out of Marvel vs. Capcom and Tekken 5. I haven't played the pinball machines there. I actually played Ghostbusters one. I played the Iron Maiden one. Iron Maiden's a pretty awesome band. The Trooper is like my favorite. I even had that playing when I was playing the pinball machine. But yeah, there were so many great games there. I even tried out Tron, which I didn't really like because I couldn't figure it out. I kept dying. So, yeah, you know. I think that's all the games I played. Like, I played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I played Golden Axe, I played frickin'... What else I play? Like, I played the pinball things, I played frickin' Simpsons, I played Ninja Turtles. I think that's all the games I've played, to be honest, except from the frickin' shooting the hoops and doing like skee ball, the stuff that earns you tickets and whatnot. Played like games. I've even played Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, which is like my favorite Street Fighter game out of all of them. But the Tekken 5 thing, this also happened in Canada as well when I took that trip to Canada, where the hotel that I stayed at there had an arcade and it had Tekken 5 there, but one of the buttons was broken around like the player 1 buttons. Yeah, same thing with that place. There was a Punch-Out arcade there, but it was offline. I couldn't really play it. But, yeah, and then we hit a jackpot, which I think is the only jackpot we ever hit. Basically, she was doing that one thing where it's like the fishing game where you have to pull the lever, then slam it down to spin the wheel. She managed to hit the 1,000 ticket mark, and we earned ourselves a lot of tickets. Oh, in fact, I think I have. Well, that's unfortunate. But yeah, we earned a lot of tickets. We actually have a photo of it. So next, we take an Uber all the way to downtown Detroit, where we tried to hit a casino, and we're like walking around. Like we saw like huge buildings that looked cool, and there was this thing where like people are on this motorized thing, and there's like a bunch of like pedals that you can just like pedal on, and they're like serving drinks and whatever. So that was pretty cool. So we tried to go to the casino. Apparently you have to be 21 and up, since Nancy's 19. Well, now she's 20, but since she was 19 at the time, we all couldn't go in. And she said that, oh, where I'm from, you know, the casinos, you have to be 18 and up, which was unfortunate. So we decided to go to a Buffalo Wild Wings and eat there, and then Uber our way back to the hotel. There's one thing I forgot. So basically, you know, we go into the casino, and, you know, they stop us, and they said we had to be 21 and over to, you know, go in. So we walk back out, and Nancy's, like, calling all the hotels, like, which ones allow like 18 and up, and she basically said none. So then some dude in a taxi cab calls me over. He's like signaling me over. I slowly walk towards him. I'm like talking to me, and then he keeps signaling me over, and I peek through the window. He's like, hey, you need a ride? Deep down I want to say yes, because at this point we've been walking through downtown Detroit for like, I want to say like 20 to 30 minutes. And I was starting to chafe really, really bad. But I didn't really want to, because we haven't decided anything yet. I was like, oh, no, thank you. We're just deciding on where to go to walk. But thank you anyway. And then I walked right away, and then we continued to discuss where we would go. And that was when, in case you couldn't tell, my hair is red now. Nancy decided to dye my hair. But before we did that, we had to get like Q-tips and scissors, because she originally planned to cut my hair to trim it up a bit, but that never came to be. Now, before I tell the next part, when I talk about when we Uber back, this hotel basically charged them twice for something, for like their places where they need to stay at. So basically, from what I gathered, because they did write a review on that hotel, basically they were given a deal to go to a hotel with a jacuzzi in it. However, the jacuzzi didn't work, and since they said that there's going to be no maintenance on it, they decided to get the original room that they were going to get. But they charged them twice, even though the main guy said that they were going to give them a refund. So basically, that put their, bank account in the negative. So I had to help out. I had to give them money, and that put my bank account in the negative. Now, luckily, my bank account, when I overdraft, it didn't charge me, so that's all there and good. But yeah, they showed me the papers, and yeah, I said that was pretty bullshit. So when we come in, oh wait, I have to talk about the review. The review is just calling the guy a greedy cocksucker. Like, they were pissed, and I don't blame them for it. Like, they shouldn't have been charged twice. Like, that was very scummy. So we go back into the hotel, and then the guy just straight up confronts us, saying, "Yeah, we deleted your review," which that was pretty, like, sketchy, because literally any other review, like, they admitted, like, they smoked weed outside and were charged for it or something. And they responded, "Hey, like, that's great." And the thing was, like, he's like, "I deleted it, and it's out of our control." It's like, all you had to do was issue a refund. Now, if you're wondering what they were doing about that situation, Lip did try to file a, what's it called? Like, he tried to file a thing with his bank to try to get a refund, because, well, that shouldn't have been charged in the first place. But, yeah, he's like, "I know you wrote the review, I know you read the review." It was just basically trying to argue with them. So Nancy was just sitting there, just, like, trying to, like, be cool about it, while me and Lip literally walked down the hall and was trying desperately not to laugh, because the dude was just being a jerk, right? Now, I want to clear some things on that. Basically, like I said, like, they got charged twice and everything and all that, but here was the messed up part. The first time, the jacuzzi didn't work. The second time, the microwave didn't work. So, as you can see in the picture there, there's, like, 2 beds, you know. We have, like, a coffee machine, you know, with a bunch of, like, mini coffee things and, like, very tiny packets of frickin', like, creamer and sugar. And going down the hall, you got, like, your closet. Walking out the door, like, you got your closet here, and then there's the mirror, and then the bathroom in, like, 3 separate rooms. So the microwave didn't work. It looked like a very old-fashioned microwave. Like, the panel was, like, torn out of it and everything. And to be honest, we didn't even want to relocate to a 3rd room, because they're probably going to charge us a 3rd fucking time, which that wouldn't have been good, because literally his bank was in the negative, and from what I heard from him, he was filing a dispute with his bank account, and hopefully he got his money back, but that whole situation was just fucked. It was so messed up, it's not even funny. Let's get this out of the way. So basically in the review, he was, like, saying, like, how, like, he argued with them, and basically he didn't really do anything. And, he said that the hallway smelled like skunk, which is weed. And I could vouch for that, because some of the hallways did smell like weed. It did. And they did say that they had a no smoking policy. But, yeah, man. Like, the whole thing was messed up. And I guess my advice to Lip is basically repost the review, but take out the swear words and everything. Just don't give them a reason to take it down. And if they do, well, rest assured, that's kind of sketchy. But let's just carry on with the video, though. We go to our hotel room, and she's, like, doing my hair. And first of all, it's clear that she does not know what she's doing. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, basically, you're supposed to have gloves when you're dyeing hair. She had no gloves on. And I decided to dye my mustache, my eyebrows, and my armpits. Now, arguably, that was a pretty funny idea. But I learned later on that you're really, really not supposed to dye your mustache or any of your facial hair. There's actually a different thing for that, which is surprising because I never knew that. But, like, my eyebrows were dyed, my mustache was dyed, my hair was dyed, my armpits were dyed. And meanwhile, she's just messing around. She's like drawing like smiley faces on my stomach and everything. Well, I'm sitting here in like a Y pose. You know how like the refs like do when you kick a ball over the goalpost? Like I'm sitting here doing this, and there's literally screenshots that one of my friends took of just me looking extremely pissed. That's because I was. Because I just wanted to get it done and over with. I didn't want to sit there longer than I needed to. And she's just sitting there going, hey, I'm going to draw a penis on your face. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like... But, yeah. Good thing my parents didn't know about the penis drawn on my face, because that would have been an awkward situation. So I get rinsed off and everything, and by the time I was done, it was like 2 in the morning. So I'm just sitting here, like, eating stuff. I'm watching YouTube on my phone. I'm trying to stay awake so I don't stain any of the pillows or the blankets in the hotel. And then I woke up shortly later. Basically, which, good news is I didn't really stain any of the stuff. So, yeah, a little later is when I decided to head home. And, that was pretty much the trip. And you could tell, like, by, like, the frickin'... by that picture, how, like, my face is all messed up. That's because she didn't wash it off properly. Some of my face was stained with the frickin' stuff. But, yeah, she was new at it, I think, so... Not to mention, as soon as, like, I got home... And, you know, everything was said and done. You know, I started taking care of my hair and whatnot. I realized that when I was, like, working out, like, all the dye was coming off because I started, like, running on the treadmill and I was, like, sweating pretty bad. That the dye was coming off and staining my workout gear. So that's pretty gnarly. Then again, I can't be upset because it was my idea. I thought it was going to be super funny, but turns out it wasn't. And pretty much never going to dye my hair again. I just don't want to just keep taking care of hair that's just going to keep running. So I just decided, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to really dye my hair anymore. It's just not for me. But yeah, I'm glad to scratch that off my bucket list, though, so... I just basically just like a first shot type thing, basically. We had a lot of fun, a lot of memories to be made.
Put the phone down.
So no.
Slide. I'm warning you. I'm warning you. I'm warning you.
Proof. The doing. Put the penis in the hole. Penis in the hole.
Fuck you.
And yeah, it was pretty fun. Anyways, this is another video. If you guys like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I am out of here.